Christmas, a time of jollity and festivity. For many, it is the best time of year, a resounding send-off for the year past. However, the Christmas period is steeped in far-reaching traditions and customs, many of which even predate the Christian holiday we celebrate today. So, please join me on an exploration of the origins of Christmas and how this time of festivity would have looked for the average person in the Middle Ages.
The documentary evidence for pagan celebration before the Roman conquest of Britain is near to non-existent. We cannot truly know what and how the Neolithic peoples of Britain, nor the Celts, truly celebrated. But one thing is for certain: the midwinter solstice was incredibly important for the pagan peoples of Britain. Many of the impressive standing stones, such as Stonehenge, would have been the focal points of these celebrations. The positioning of the great stones at Stonehenge also aligned with the winter solstice sunset. As well, archaeological evidence has shown that the Neolithic people would have had great feasts at this time of year and also partook in gift giving. What we do know is that the sun was at the heart of these festivities. Saturnalia, arguably one of the most popular festivals in the Roman calendar, the festival honoured the Roman god Saturn, who was the god of many things, such as time and agriculture. The festival began with a sacrifice being made at the temple of Saturn, usually a bull, which was then followed by a banquet. Throughout the festival, gift-giving was practiced, social norms were toppled, and gambling was permitted. Society itself was upturned, and role reversal occurred in the mode of slaves, feeling a taste of freedom, whereby their masters served them for the duration of the festival. Moreover, a king of Saturnalia was crowned, who presided over the festivities. A common salutation heard during the festivities would have been Io Saturnalia. All of this merrymaking led Catullus to call it the best of days. The festival can be traced all the way back to the 5th century BCE. Originally, the festival was celebrated on a single day, which is believed to be the 17th of December in relation to the Julian calendar. However, it was reduced and extended by many emperors. Augustus famously increased the festival to 3 days. The date of the 17th of December aligns with the first day of the astrological sign of Capricorn, as well as its proximity to winter solstice. The use of candles and the importance of Saturn as a god of agriculture has been linked by many academics to the returning of the sun's power after the solstice. The festival continued into the 5th century CE, with the writer Macrobius in his work Saturnalia of Macrobius, attesting to its continuation in the Christianized Roman Empire. This account by Macrobius gives credence to the idea that Saturnalia was amalgamated into the Christian celebration, as the 25th of December became an important date during Saturnalia, as it is the Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, or the birthday of the unconquerable sun. The celebration on the 25th of December was first ordered by the Emperor Aurelian in 274, due to his effort to strengthen the position of the Sol Invictus cult in Rome. Nevertheless, by the end of the Roman Empire, Saturnalia had gone extinct, but vestiges of it would remain in future winter celebrations. Yuletide, arguably one of the most important pagan traditions carried into the Middle Ages. Yuletide has its origins in Germanic and Norse paganism, with the celebration being connected with the Wild Hunt, the god Odin, and the Anglo-Saxon Modronite, or Mother's Night. The festival of Yule was much longer than the Saturnalia we've just explored. It is believed that the festival lasted for 2 months, between November and January, though the most important period of the festival was between the 21st of December and the 1st of January. In England, the earliest reference to Yule comes from the writing of the Venerable Bede in the 8th century, who mentions an old pagan celebration called Juli, which he mentions as running for 2 months. This aligned with the winter solstice. Once again, much like Saturnalia, Yule would have seen countless animal sacrifices, with much of this meat being used in great feasts. One tradition from Yule that survives even today, in a more delectable form, is the Yule log. In the pagan past, the Yule log would have been a large log purposefully picked. Usually it would have been adorned in decoration and would have been burned for up to 12 days in the household hearth. This tradition we will see appear again. Another popular tradition which had its origins within Yuletide, was wassailing, the custom of sharing spiced ale or cider and blessing the trees of the local orchards. As many of these customs lasted well into the Middle Ages, we'll explore them in greater detail soon.